Hi friends, welcome back to my channel MJS Knowledge Hub, and we are now today doing the second part of chapter number 8, Emerging Technologies. If you have not seen the first video, I request you to once go back to the channel and kindly see the chapter 8 part 1. The description is given in the link is given in the description box also, so that you can get an understanding of what the chapter is all about and where we are heading to. So in today's video we are going to see the different cloud computing models. Okay, so what are the different type of clouds available to us, like public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud and community cloud. So let us see one by one. What is public cloud? This generally it means that the clouds are being used by general public, and it's available to each and everyone on payment of certain amount, right? So the people who are using can be the individuals or corporations or any type of organizations. So what will be this public cloud is such that it is maintained and administered by a third party or by the vendors, and the services are offered as pay per use mode. Means it is available for any people on payment of certain amount. Like you can take example like business models like software as a service or a platform as a service are some of those models which can be called as public cloud, because each the system which are available in that can be used by the other required people, and they can create their own products on it, right? And this will enable the company to leverage and share the IT resources and services for better use, and they can generate more return of income. Then, what are the characteristics of public cloud? Public cloud characteristics are highly scalable, highly available, affordable, less secure, and stringent SLAs. This you can say HALS, HALS, right? So highly scalable. The resources can be used by large number of people, and as per the required, as per the increased requirement, the resources can be expanded. Then highly available, that it's available for anyone from any part of the world can access the public cloud with proper permission and constraints. Then affordable, it is the user will pay only for those services which he has used, therefore it will be paid as pay as you go basis. Then less secure, means this problem is that since the public cloud is accessed by several people, and it has only no much restrictions or control for using it, so full control over the cloud is not possible, and there may be chances of risks that it may be used for any other purpose also. Then comes stringent SLAs. It means the customer strength is totally dependent on how the cloud is providing the service. So the service level agreement will be generated by the between the user and the provider, and it has to be followed strictly so that the errors can be avoided. Therefore, the service level agreement between the service provider and the receiver for the public cloud will be strict and stringent. Then what are the advantages of public cloud? Generally, as we understand that public cloud is used by general public, it is widely used in the development, deployment and management of enterprise applications. Means at a very affordable cost, the enterprise can outsource its unutilized capacity, and the required units or the required enterprises can use the unutilized capacity for development, deployment and management of their applications. Then it allows the organizations to deliver highly scalable and reliable applications at affordable cost. Then there is no need for establishing any infrastructure for setting up and maintaining the cloud. And strict SLAs are followed. There is no limit for number of users. Means as per the demand requirement of users, the resources can be increased. Then what are the limitations? Limitations is that first thing, the security, because of being less secure, because it is being used by many people, the security is of the first limitation faced by the public cloud. Then privacy, the users cannot have their data can be at risk. And then comes the organizational autonomy. What does it mean? It means that a particular organization cannot control or cannot have a control on the cloud, since it is used by general people. One organization can't control the public cloud, therefore organization autonomy will be lost. So this is all about the public cloud. Now let us see about the private cloud. So friends, now let us see what's meant by private cloud. But before going into it, I request you to kindly subscribe to my channel if you are new to it, and hit the bell icon so that you can get the revisionary videos. And I also request you to kindly share this video to your friends so that the people who are preparing for the ISCA CA final old syllabus can get a boost in their preparation. And also, if you like this video and like the PDF done by me, please provide me a thumbs up so that I can do better for the next videos. Okay, So what is this private cloud all about? The word itself says private means for in particularly for one organization. So this cloud computing environment is within the boundaries of an organization and is used exclusively for the organizational benefit. Means the outsiders cannot use it. Only the employees or vendors or people who have access in that organization can only use this private cloud. They are also called internal clouds because they are built primarily by the IT department of the organization for optimum utilization of the resources within the enterprise. And the infrastructure applications which are not yet used will be now used in a significantly better manner. Then private clouds can be either be a private to the organization and managed by a single organization, that is having the cloud on in the organization itself, it's on premise private cloud, or it can be managed by third party outsourced private cloud. It means the management is given to third party but it is used exclusively for the benefit of the organization. Then what are the characteristics of a private cloud? First thing is that since it is used within the organization and used by the organization, it will be very secure. Means that deployment and management can be done by the organization itself, and the outside party influence will not be that much. Then central control. Since the private cloud is used and managed by the organization itself, there is no need for the organization to rely on any other, and the control will be within the organization. Then weak service level agreement. Why it is weak? Because generally because the cloud is built and used for the organization and in the organization, the formal service level agreement may not be drafted. Means there won't be any particular contract for how to use the cloud within the enterprise. So the people who are using the cloud will be the employees itself, so the formal agreement won't be with them, and this can lead to issue with the an issue like non-availability of certain services, or high availability of service which is not that required, or there may be an employee who is trying to get the data out of it. So there can be any such scope for getting the scope, or you can say risk of, or you can say vulnerability that is arising because of weak service level arrangements. Like even the employees can use that cloud and take off that information which is sensitive to the organization, right? So that's why with having very weak service level agreement, the private cloud is being used in the organization. Then what are the advantages? First thing is that it is used in the organization, right? Therefore all the resources which have been in the organization are used effectively. It increases the average server utilization, allows usage of low cost servers and hardwares, and provide high efficiency in their working. Then high level of security and privacy to the user. The information may be not be secure because of less low service level arrangement, but it provides high security to the user, and privacy of the user is being highly secured. Then it is small in size and easily controlled by the organization. That's why don't get confused with weak service level arrangement with the security of the user. The security is given to the information used or extracted by the user, but in general the cloud will be having weak service level agreement. Means the agreement between the users of the cloud and the organization will be a bit less, because mostly they are used by the internal parties and the organization may not consider it to be that required. Then what are the disadvantages of private cloud? First thing is that budget, because when you want to develop a private cloud you must have all the infrastructure for connecting it, and software is required. Therefore budget is one of the disadvantage. And then same as a characteristic, the loose service level arrangement is one of the disadvantages of private cloud. Now let us see the hybrid cloud. So friends, now let us see the third variety of the cloud, that is hybrid cloud. The name itself says hybrid means combination of two or more elements, right? So it will have the combination, the features of private cloud as well as the public cloud. So for its own internal activities it will be developing cloud for itself, that's why it will have a private cloud. And then for other external requirement or for increasing the service, it may use the it may take the form of public cloud by using other outside resources. Therefore you can take example like a vendor has a private cloud which forms a partnership with a public cloud, or provides public cloud the facilities of having let's say few resources which can be gained from the public cloud. Therefore it is a certain, for internal parts it will be using a private cloud, and for external requirements it may expand and use certain aspects of public cloud. Then what are the characteristics of the hybrid cloud? First thing, because it's having the property of public cloud, the first it will be scalable. Means this hybrid cloud can be used when there is more demand, it can expand itself and be available for providing as required by the users. Then partially secure, because private, it is having a component of private cloud until certain aspects which are within the its limit, it can be taken as partially secure. And then the hybrid cloud cannot be fully termed as secure, because certain aspects of public cloud is also involved in it, therefore it can be termed as partially secure. The stringent SLAs, the overall service level arrangement will be very strict than the private cloud, because it has the component of public cloud which is through which it is accessing only few resources from outside. Therefore, stringent SLAs are the service level agreements are more stringent compared to private cloud, which is on par with the public cloud. Then complex cloud management. The cloud management system is complex because it has two type of deployment models, the public and private. Therefore, the deployment model requires its own number of criteria to be met, and the users can differ for the private and public cloud. Therefore, the management of cloud is a bit complex. Then what are the advantages of hybrid cloud? The advantage is that it is highly scalable and has power of both private and public cloud, because this is what is actually meant for taking the both benefits of both the clouds. Hybrid cloud has been designed. Then it provides better security than public cloud. Means it, though the public cloud has stringent SLAs, the security feature is a bit less in public cloud because they are actually available to general public. But in private cloud, the SLAs are loose, but the security is high and maintain, and the assurance is there that the information will be protected. Therefore, the combination of it will have better security than the public cloud. The limitation is nothing but the limitation is a security feature, because the private cloud security is not that effective, and public cloud in the public cloud also security is not that effective. The limitation of hybrid cloud is the security features are not as high as private cloud, and it's very complex to manage. So since it is a combination of them, it has both advantages of public and private cloud, and also the disadvantages of public and private cloud. Then comes the community cloud. So what is this community cloud? The name itself indicates that this cloud has been prepared for meeting the needs or addressing the needs of specific community of consumers. This can be this community of consumers may have their views in common, or they may have similar type of problems, or they may belong to a similar category of people having their own requirements. So it can be a security requirement, it can be policy requirement, etc. So it is owned and managed and operated by more than one organization, and the third party or some other a third party can maintain it, or all these people together can maintain this community cloud. Then it may in this the private cloud, this is also you can find it to be a private cloud itself, because it is shared between few people only, it is not available to everyone. So you can take it as a bigger version to the private cloud. Then what are the characteristics of the community cloud? The characteristics are collaborative and distributive maintenance, means that it can have a better cooperation and distribution thing, and it can have a whole control over the cloud, because more than one user is owning it. Then partially secure, since the data is being used, the cloud is used by more than one organization, the data in it is not that secured from the external world. Then cost effective, the first thing, since more than one people are using it, it is shared among many users, therefore it is cost effective. Then what are the advantages? It helps in having low cost private cloud. Then it is a collaborative work, it allows collaboration of the work, it allows sharing of responsibility to the organizations, and it has better security than public cloud. Then what are the limitations? Autonomy is lost, some security features are not as good as a private cloud, and it's not suitable to the case where there is no collaboration, means 3 or 4 organizations using this cloud, and if there is no proper collaboration between them, this cloud is of not that useful. So these are the 4 type of clouds: public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud, and community cloud. So in the next video we are going to see the cloud computing service models, like infrastructure as a service. What are the models in which the service is being provided by the cloud? First model is infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. Then we will be proceeding each, we try to understand these cloud computing service models in next session. Hope you liked this video, and if you have done, kindly motivate me with a thumbs up, and please share this with your friends also. Till then, keep studying and always be positive. Take care.